Hey everyone, this is Sohini from Dabble Lab, and before I get started, um, I just want to check if the audio and everything is good. Um, I think it's good. Yeah, it's because sometimes my microphone would throw up a very static noise. That's what concerns me. But I think it's good to go. Hey Oliver, hello. What's up? How has everything been and how was your week? And yeah, what's new? Also, can you confirm if my video and audio is good? I'd be glad if you'd confirm. Well, hoping that everyone had a great week, and I would love to hear about what you dabbled around this week. What were the new things that you did this week, and what are you currently working on? I'd love to know. Yeah, great. I think my audio seems to be good, so I think it's good to go, but still, I would love to see a confirmation. Also, if there's a bad audio, you can let me know about that on the chats. So today we're not gonna have a long stream because we're gonna do a very short topic, and that's the session attributes. Let me drink some water. So excuse me. So I'm not sure if you're quite aware of what session attributes are, but that's why we have our session today. So let me give you a live example of session attribute. So let's say you are watching me right now and you came to know that my name is Sohini, and that gets stored in your brain. So that's it. So you're just knowing my name and storing that, and you don't forget my name, so you keep that stored. So that is how session attributes are used to store particular information like this in your brain or in an application. So in this case, in this live example, the session attribute would be your eyes and your ears. So you're using your eyes and ears to hear me and watch me and know my name, and then it gets saved in your brain. So that's a live example of a session attribute. Oliver says this week was incredible. My skill has terminated finally. Your skill has terminated finally? You mean is it live or it has ended? What I'm sorry. I don't really get that. But I believe that means that your skill went live. But in that case, I would say congratulations. You did a great job. So what was the skill that went live? What was the skill? Tell us a bit about the skill that went live. I'd love to know. So I was giving a live example of session attributes. So before we get into deeper, so we'll find out why are we using session attributes. So the Alexa Skill Development Kit SDKs, they provide us the attributes manager. So the session attributes is part of that attributes manager, and these are used to add session attributes to your response and then retrieve the ones that you just added. You can then retrieve these responses from an incoming request. So that is what it does. So let's say so some of the use cases of a session attribute to save data could be when you want to know. So we have done a couple of templates before on the live streams that could just ask the user about their name, their email, their first name, and their address, and temperature unit and distance unit. So these are the things that we can't fetch directly by asking the user for permission, and we can store them, and we don't need to manually save those. So you can do that automatically taking the user's permission for the skill that you're creating. But I think like there are certain cases where you need to store the session attributes to save some particular information for some people. Let's say you're building a big skill and that requires a person's age, gender, name. So let's say for gender, so if you're using gender to in a skill that takes the gender from a person, let's say it asks whether you're a male or female, and let's say you're a female, so the rest of the conversations can totally depend on it. So once we have your gender saved in a session, that could be useful for the upcoming sessions. That's any time you invoke that particular skill, that's gonna be useful. So I think like this, there could be more use cases of session attributes, because that totally depends on what kind of skill you're building. So your skill could include a person's age, which is important, and like the rest of the skill would depend on the person's age, because so these are small attributes on which a lot of subjects depend. So we gotta make sure that we store them so that we don't need to ask the user again and again for, like, because normally the way the Alexa skills kit is designed and the rest of it is done, we don't persist. It's like we don't save the data, so it's like it's for one session and then it goes away. So it's important that you use the attributes manager to save the data through session attributes. So I think that is what is meant when we talk about session attributes. So my question is, have you ever used the session attributes? If so, where have you used it? That's my question. To anyone who's viewing me right now, you can let me know. And also, I guess my internet still has lots of issues. That's because I tried to make some communication with my network provider, but there is no positive outcome of that. So it's difficult to make that happen, a good internet connection for now. But yeah, we gotta keep going with it. I'm really sorry. So yeah, that's what I wanted to explain theoretically when I wanted to talk about session attributes. I hope you're clear so far. And if you have any questions, I'd love to see them on the chats. And I will answer your query. Alright, so now I will go to my Google Chrome and let's see a short demo of this. So I will navigate to my Amazon Alexa developer console. So we're gonna do a demo of a template that Dabble Lab already has. So we're gonna navigate to skilltemplates.com. This is it, and this is the link. You can also use skilltemplates.com for the rest of the templates that we have, and we're soon establishing a channel through which you can also update your templates. So if you're creating templates, we can have them on our website as well, and that way you'll get a chance to market your template. So yeah, that's something that we're trying to channel up. And once we do that, I'm gonna let you know in one of my live streams or many of them. So yeah. Alright, so these are the templates that we have. So we are gonna use one of the templates, which is template number 4 for today's example. And we're gonna hit on that, and this is it. So now we're gonna push it to our developer console, and this is gonna take some time. So this is so basically, how do you save it? Like, how do you save data? So till the time this gets done, let's do some brainstorming. So now the question is, how do you save the data? So how does it work actually? So I'm sure that you must be quite familiar with slots and intents by now. So what we're doing is we're creating a slot that's storing the name, and we are keeping the name in that. And then every time the user is coming in, we are using that again with the help of session attributes, and then it calls your name. So in this particular skill, that's going to be amazing. So I will wait for this to get done so that I can walk you through along with the code so that it makes more sense. So I think it's going to take another minute, as this takes some time to get deployed. So yeah, I guess we got a lot of network issues, and I also feel we got a bit less number of you today watching me, but I'd love to see some of your messages popping up. That motivates me. So if you have something to say, you can say. If you have any question, you can ask that. And I have a question actually. Have you ever used session attributes, and if so, where have you used that? I'd love to know. Yeah. Alrighty, so I think we gotta wait for this to, it's almost done, a couple of more seconds. Is the background music too loud? I'm not quite sure. Just hope it doesn't. Okay. So this is gonna take some more time. And if you're here and if you think that the streams that we do every Friday together with a cup of coffee is interesting, and if you think that this is helpful, I'd love to see some of the likes and comments for this tutorial, for this video, for this live stream, and I'd love to see a couple of shares on your socials, and yeah, just kind of spread it, let more people know about it. Okay, so I think it's deployed, and now I would just cancel out, and I will refresh to see this come up. Yeah, I think it's there. So we have the skill on our dashboard now. So we're gonna open this, and we have, yeah, so we just came inside. So now let's go inside. So this skill doesn't use any permission because we are taking the data from the user directly. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is use Alexa hosted endpoints, and now let's check the code. So far, do we have any questions? I think, okay, adding it, we don't have any questions. All right, so now this is the index page, index.js. So this skill is a very simple skill, and it doesn't have a lot. So what's happening in here is this is our launch intent handler. So how we're getting started is whenever you invoke the skill, so the first thing that's going to happen is you can say, Alexa's going to ask, hello, what's your name? And you're going to say, my name is this, or so how that's going to be in there. So let me show. So we've got an intent for this. See if you go to intents, and I'm actually a bit hungry now. I wish I had some food. I guess, yeah, so this is it. So you can say your name directly, or you can say this is my name, like Sohini is my name. I can say my name is Sohini. I can say I am Sohini. I can say you can call me Sohini. So I can just say all of these, and what's going to happen is my name's going to get inside of the slot. So name is the name of the slot. This is the slot name, and this is a custom slot. Sorry, this is a built-in slot, which is the Amazon.us first name. So the name's going to get stored inside of this. And then what's going to happen is we're going to move to the next intent handler. So it's just an input-output demo. So how am I going to show that the name that I'm storing, I am giving away that name as well? So it's like, hello there, what's your name? I just told my name, and once I've told my name, it's gonna say like, it's gonna say like, hey, then the name value, I just saved your name as a session attribute, ask me your name to make sure I have it. So you can say, what is my name, and then it's gonna tell you your name is this. So whenever you say what is my name, you're gonna get inside of say name intent handler. So the session isn't getting ended just inside of this handler. So once you're telling your name, we're kind of storing your name, and then we're pushing it out whenever you're coming in the next time and you want to know your name. So that's how it's happening. Now let's take a look at the code, how the session attribute is working. So in the first launch intent handler, we have nothing to do with the attributes manager, but inside of the my name is intent handler. So first we're requesting permission. So we're checking if it is whatever we said matches to the utterances of this intent, then yes. Then we're coming inside of the async handler, and inside of this we are creating just storing the slot value inside of name value, and then we're telling this, and this is where the attributes manager is coming in. So as I said, the ask SDKs have the attributes manager that are like, which are used to add session attributes to response, and then they can retrieve the attributes from an incoming request. So that's why we have this, and this is the response builder, which is normal. And inside of the attributes, we're trying to store this, and then it says like, ask me your name, like, so that you can just do this for the next time. Clear till so far. So now if you go to the build, and this was the slot, this was the name of the slot, this was a slot type, and the other intent that, as I said, was say name intent. So you can say like, what's my name, or say my name, tell my name, what is my name. So now let's take a quick demo of this. So we're gonna open the testing console. Are we clear so far? Do we have any questions? Oh, my frames are dropping. Oh, I guess I'd wait for a couple of seconds for the network to get stable, because I feel, I'm so sorry people, so sorry viewers. I don't know why this is happening all the time, but this is out of my control completely. Well, this isn't likely, but I think we should get going, because my audio must be clear. Is the audio coming up, or it's just the video? My video getting stuck. What's that? Can you tell me? It'd be great to know. So I guess, yeah, so I think we just did this. So now the next thing that I'm gonna do is go to the testing console. So remember that every time you're trying to do a skill, it's important that you turn on the development stage, because if you don't, and let's say you just developed a skill, then you try it out with your Alexa Echo device, it's not gonna work. So every time you're gonna make sure that you have turned the skill testing stage to development, else it's not gonna function. So now that we have turned this on, so what we're gonna do is we would test this out. So so let's first check the invocation name. It's template 4. So I will go and just, let's say template 4. Increase the volume so that you can hear anything that comes out. Yeah. It's taking time. I guess I gotta log in. So this is an issue, so I just don't know why this keeps happening. So every time, whenever it takes a long time to, there's some issue. So let's do template 4 now.
Hello there. What's your name?
What's my name? Sohini is my name. Yeah, that's my name.
Hello, Sohini. I saved your name as a session attribute. Ask me your name to make sure I have it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, what's my name?
Your name is Sohini.
Okay, so now I just confirmed that the skill has my name now. So now I will end the session. So for ending the session, you can wait for a couple of seconds and minutes and then just start the skill again. But to just be double sure, I would reopen the session. So what I'm going to do is Command R, set a refresh. So the session gets expired now, and I just opened a new session. And then I will just invoke the skill template 4 and
Hello there. What's your name?
okay, so now I will say, what's my name?
Your name is undefined.
Okay, so what's happening is for now, we are just storing the name for a particular session. We're not storing it for multiple sessions. So I guess we tested that out. So it's like for the rest, it's only for one session. So let's say I just got my name saved and I would want to use my name for the rest of the skill. If it's a multiple conversation skill where I have to keep talking to Alexa, then this is going to be useful. Otherwise you gotta use the so for now the question is, what would you use in the future? So let's say, so this was an example, like session attributes manager, all of these helped you to store your name for one particular session. But if you're using the skill again and this is a new session, then your name is defined. So how to get this solved? So for this we use the persistence attributes. So you gotta use the persistence attribute. So you gotta use the S3 persistence S3 persistence adapter. It's a long name, but yeah, you can use that, and then using that you can save the name. So the biggest use case of that is when you're when you want to greet returning users. So we use the ask S3 Ask SDK S3 persistence adapter. We use that in that case. So when we want to greet the returning users, because in most of the skills we just don't want to say, hey, welcome to the skill. Like we will want to say, welcome back. So that's how we do it. So when we do that, we can keep the name welcome back Sohini, and then we can, for the first time we can store my name or your name, and for the rest of the times we can just keep that inside of the persisted adapters speak output. So that's how you do it. So do you have any questions? I guess we got very less number of viewers today because of my poor connection today, but I'm really sorry. It's just that it's uncontrollable. Just my internet, I don't know why it keeps dropping, especially when I have something important to discuss. But yeah, so that's how the skill is working. So I guess we walked through all the important steps. So now if you want to store something, like we can do the same thing. So what we have to do is just create another handler, and let's say you want to store the age, so we can do that as well. So your ages, and that's going to come inside of another slot, and we can just save the age for a particular person. So yeah, that's how it happens. I'm still looking forward to any questions. I guess I just lost a couple of you today because of my poor internet, but trust me, I try really hard every Friday to And actually, it's the end of day for me here in India. So this time, everyone's using their internet, and it's nighttime. It's 9:30 p.m. my place, and that's a bit, the bandwidth. So yeah, that's all that I wanted to do for today. I know my stream for today was really very short, but I just don't want to do over, so I just want to go through the content, and I think the session attributes is an important part of your like if you're looking forward to building Alexa skills and stuff, this is a very important part that you need to be aware of in order to have great conversational designs for your skills, in order to have great good skills, quality skills out there. So yeah. um so that's all for today, friends. I would hope that if you have any questions, you can ask me on the comments below. You can reach out to me on Twitter, and that's my username, the Sohini, behind below this thumbnail. And if you really like this stream, if you think this was useful, this was helpful, do not forget to hit a like, share, and subscribe. And we're really coming up with cool stuff in the upcoming weeks. So it's just under process, so you gotta stay tuned to learn more. And yeah, that's all for today. Have a great rest of your evening if it's evening for you, morning if it's morning for you, and have fun. I will see you soon again next Friday. Till then, take care. Bye bye.